What are these online services? They're basically enterprise-class software delivered as a subscription service and hosted by Microsoft, but they can also be hosted by our partners. So if a hoster or a telco wants to run their own Exchange infrastructure and have people subscribe to it, they can absolutely do that. We're starting off with basically our three big server products in my world: Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, and Office Communications Online. These three servers you can run on-premise, and they provide mail and calendaring in the case of Exchange. They provide collaboration in the case, collaboration in the case of SharePoint, and they provide instant messaging and video conferencing and voice conferencing in the case of Office Communications Online. And you can run those inside your company today. You can buy the 2007 server products and run them, or soon you'll be able to essentially buy them from Microsoft, subscribe to them as a service that Microsoft will run in those data centers that I was showing you earlier. So if you don't want to run the servers, you want Microsoft to do it, you can actually do it right now. We have a service that we announced back in September that for very large customers, if you have 5,000 seats or more, you can buy Microsoft Online today for those people. And that is available right now. And on Monday at the SharePoint conference, we have this big SharePoint conference that we're really excited about. It's sold out. We have a huge waiting list. Bill Gates is doing the keynote. And on Monday morning, he'll announce a few things that I'll take you through in a moment. I have a little slide that sort of has the news of the announcement. You can buy these today if you're a company that has 5,000 seats or more. It's available right now. And on Monday, we'll be announcing 7 large companies who have already done this. And we'll be announcing a few. So on Monday, Bill's doing this keynote, and there are a few things that he's announcing. Again, this is embargoed until Sunday night. The first thing that he's announcing is that there are 7 major customers who have signed up for the Microsoft Online service that I've been talking about. And of course, there are many more. We're highlighting 7. One of the big ones is Coca-Cola Enterprises, and they are moving off of Notes to Exchange Online and SharePoint Online. One of the really interesting things that we're noticing for our online offerings is that the vast majority of customers are Notes customers looking to get off of Notes. We've converted we will convert about 4 million Notes seats this year to Exchange and SharePoint. We think we'll convert a lot more next year. But we've been surprised that the online offering seems to be particularly interesting to Notes customers, and that's really where the competition is. Google makes a lot of noise, the press likes to pay attention to them. They don't have a single customer yet, and they have a very, very fledgling product that's much more of a small business offering than it is something that Coca-Cola would consider. So Coca-Cola Enterprises is moving off of Notes to Microsoft Online, Exchange Online, SharePoint Online. Ingersoll Rand is moving off of Notes to Exchange Online, SharePoint Online. Autodesk is moving to the online services. Blockbuster is moving to the online service. The other thing that Bill will be announcing is that is the limited availability of a beta of these online services, Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, and Office Communications Online, to customers of all sizes, to businesses of all sizes. So the service that those 7 customers are signing up for is the one that is the dedicated service for those customers, and they have many thousands of seats. That's what you can buy right now. They get their own dedicated servers in our data center that are only for Coca-Cola Enterprises. The other offering that we're bringing into beta right now is essentially an offering where any size customer, any size business could sign up for Exchange Online. And those servers are shared across customers. So we'll have a bunch of servers that a bunch of people have their data on. And of course we do all the work that any internet provider does to make sure that there's no crossover. But as a company you can decide, hey, I want dedicated machines in your data center just for me. And that's what Coca-Cola, Ingersoll Rand, Autodesk, et cetera, have chosen. Or other customers will say, no, I don't need dedicated servers. It costs more to do that. I'm happy with the shared service. So Bill's announcing the beta of that shared service is going into effect as of Monday. And we'll have a limited beta in the US only to start. We'll have a bunch of a URL that customers can go and sign up for the beta. And then over time, we'll broaden the beta. We'll, of course, finish the service and make it available for people to buy. And we'll, of course, bring it to many, many more countries. Exchange and SharePoint are localized in, 30 or 40 languages around the world. It's hard to find a country where those products are not available. And the service will be available in all of those languages eventually. It's going to take us time to get there. But that's essentially what Bill's announcing. So the beta availability of the service that's open for customers of any size, and that's a pretty major milestone in delivering Exchange and SharePoint as a service to a broad set of customers. We think it's going to be particularly interesting to middle-sized customers. Let's say someone with, I don't know, 200 to 500 employees. We call those a mid-market customer. And those are interesting because they typically only have 1 or 2 IT people. A very, very lean and mean IT set of folks. And the idea of not having to manage those servers is very exciting for them. They'd rather have that 1 or 2 IT people focused on something else rather than, hey, go kick the server, it needs more memory, or we're adding more employees, go add them to the, that's a pain for them. So we think that the mid-market space will be very interesting, and then again, as I said, the Notes conversions seem to be very interesting too, because customers see the Notes partner base drying up, they're worried about the roadmap, and they see this as a way to move off of Notes.